Everybody, it's Dr. Cara, and I am here with your weekly forecast for the fourth week in August, which is, August 22nd to the 28th. And I do a Sunday to Saturday week when I look at it because I'm so visual and I picture a calendar. It's hard for me to think about a week any other way than that. And this week, I am still having so much fun with my deck of medicine cards from Jamie Sams and David Carson. And they're gorgeous cards. They're powerful. They're simple. The messages are so clear, and they have meaning, two kinds of meanings: a reversed meaning, and I got to find one that's not reversed, and an upright meaning. So you can pull a card and it means one thing if it's upright, and it means something else if it's upside down. And it's like two sides of the same coin, I guess, kind of. There's definitely a theme, and then one way means one thing and the other way means something else. So I'm just really loving these cards. And if you've been watching my forecast before, you know that I bought these cards in 1988 when I was a whitewater rafting guide, and right before I went back into graduate school. And in the 90s, when I was in graduate school, was when I really got into these and really enjoyed them. And I just don't use them very often, but I really love the messages that have been coming through this month for the weekly forecast. So I am re-falling in love with these cards, and of course, really honoring and respecting the tradition that they came from, the Native American teachings that led to them, and the beauty, the simplicity, and the genius of the creators who made them, Jamie Sams and David Carson. They're just timeless, powerful, really impactful, and very practical. I find that the information is just right there. For me personally, I feel like maybe I'm just really connected because they've been living with me for 30 years. But I just do really, really like the cards and the messages, and it just seems to be really easy and natural and flowing. So for the fourth week of August, the 22nd to the 28th, this is the card. And this card is the elk, which is reversed. So there's the elk card. Let's see if I can get it up there for you. And we had it reversed. I don't have a strong symbolic relationship to the elk, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the guidebook, which I really like. Really easy to read, easy to find the information, and really straightforward and powerful. So if we look at just the elk is about stamina. Interesting. So there's a little, let's see if I can show you this right here. So it's the same image from the card, and then there's always this little something to say down there. And this one says, elk, your antlers reach for the sun. Show me the strength and stamina. Show me that strength and stamina are one. Really poetic, really evocative. So stamina. We need, so I read a little bit, but I really like for guidebooks to be a jumping off point for my own intuition, and in the card decks that I make, it's the same. I want whoever is reading the card to really tap into what's it bringing forward, what's it bringing up inside of you. So this card, the elk card, is about stamina, and if it's reversed, it means maybe you're straining your stamina, or you and so that this is where my head starts going, I wouldn't put it that way. And that's, I think, really important. That's why I always ask you guys, what does it mean to you? Because we all need to find our own way. So to me, what this is saying is really stay the course, have the stamina. This month, the wolf told us to lead with our heart, and it's not always easy. And we got the card last week from Hawk about doing the inner work, right? And staying the course and sticking with it is really, really important. So whatever that is for you, whether it's starting a new business or being in a relationship or navigating, work or friendship or whatever is kind of the big thing that's up for you. What this card is saying is it might be hard to stick with it, but I feel like the elk is really saying the payoff is coming. So in terms of the weekly forecast relating to the monthly forecast, um, it might be kind of hard to keep your eyes on the prize and to stick with this whole notion of leading with your heart and letting your heart be the leader in your life. And if it is, I totally get it. Elk is saying, I totally get it. It might be really pushing you. And if that's the case, take a little time to regroup and come back. But I feel like the bigger message here is that it's time to stick with it, even if it is hard. Hard is not a reason to stop, that we really need to keep going because this is that important. And I think in our world today, where we are over technologized and over mentalized, and we're really getting into some huge problems in globally because of that, and on every level, from the personal to the global. I think it's really important to come back to our heart and letting our hearts lead and letting our hearts be the leader, our minds be a servant working for our heart to have that vision. And yeah, there's going to be times when it's hard and it stretches us, it pulls us, it's tiring to us. But to me, what the elk is saying is stay the course and the payoff is there. So even if you feel like you've been bumping up against roadblocks or obstacles, or just not having the energy for whatever that heart project is for you, wherever your heart is leading you, understandable, totally okay, reasonable, and regroup and come back to it. And that's totally okay. I feel like Elka is telling us, don't keep pushing when you're at the breaking point. Pull back, take a break, and come back stronger. But ultimately, the payoff is there, and you will be glad that you stuck with it, have the stamina to move forward. So that is my forecast for this week. And I'd love to hear from you, of course, about your interpretation of the card, the meaning, anything I've said. How is that resonating with you? Are you feeling worn out? Are you feeling tired? Like you need a break? Let me know in the comments and we will chat down there. And until then, take really good care of yourself. Remember, your heart is the leader in your life and you can do this and it will be worth it. And I will see you next week. Bye.